Hello, hello, hello. Hi, friends. Sorry about that little bit of wait there. I realized I hadn't eaten anything for like lunch-ish, so figured I should get a little bit of food in me before I start chatting. So I am a little bit under the weather today. The pinkness is just blush, but um, blah. I woke up yesterday and my throat was a little bit sore, so I was like, okay, that's not good. And I slept all day yesterday, just the whole day. Hoping to get better like really quick. I have stuff to do, but just like normal weekday work, so nothing exciting, but you know. Okay, I feel like my headphones are on crooked. What is going on? Ah! Okay, now I feel a little bit less insane. Love that. Alright, so I wanted to start off by opening up somebody new that I grabbed. But then I just have the same Barbies as I did last week, just because I didn't have time to get anybody else dug out, to get them dressed in the right clothes, figure out what I was gonna possibly say about anything. I just decided, you know what? There's a bunch of people who weren't here for last week's stream who might be here today, and I'm sick. We'll see how it goes. So, Um, I have notes from last week. I'll see if there's anything important in there. Not a ton. Not a ton. Just a sec. Let me see. Okay, so I have a new doll to open up. We got um, one of the Made to Move dolls. So I am hopefully going to use her to make me. We are dipping our toes into doll customization, and I'm really hoping to like, I don't know, make a custom me doll. I mean, if I'm gonna make any custom dolls, one, I'm very easy to do. Um, Two, why wouldn't I? If I'm gonna have a social media where I'm talking about dolls, why wouldn't I make a doll that looks like me to use for photos? Just makes sense. So we are gonna trim her out of her packaging while the cat screams in the background. I don't know if you can hear her or not, but she is back there going, wee wee. See, this is why I hate leaving Barbies in their packaging. You see what her hair is like? Her hair is completely, there's four elastic bands holding her hair in place. I can't leave her like that. Okay, so we are snipping her out of her packaging, and we'll take a little bit of a look at her. I might, I don't know. I'm not sure yet entirely. I don't know what my plan is for making a Barbie me. I figured I'd go over all the different stuff I need to do to get. There's a lot to get. Mostly, I am going to need some Mr. Super Clear. It's a clear spray sealant. I don't know, all the people who do dolls swear by that, so sounds like a plan. Oh, okay. Pulled the little tabs out of her head, which I like better than cutting them out. Yay, our cute little volleyball girl. That's exactly what I do in my free time. I do not do sports, and I hated volleyball a lot, so it's not the vibe. See if I can get this volleyball out of here. There we go. Oh, nice! They did do a little finger holder on it. Okay, I like that. At least I couldn't see that when it was in the packaging. They did stick the little finger piece on the volleyball so that way she can actually hold it. If we can just slip that onto her thumb. I don't know if it slips on, if it snaps on. Okay, can hold the volleyball, which is impressive, and with very little protrusion. Like we didn't have to add a whole, I don't know, any giant pieces. Obviously, that's not going to work on every single Barbie doll, just based on like that. Just there's a lot of different hand sizes that works on her, so that's cool. So I am planning to take off her head. I'm planning to get a like Y2K Barbie head. Um, because it's I don't know, I'm pretty generic face shaped, so I figured probably any Barbie head would look fine on me. But since I am a Y2K Barbie girly, I really want to get a Y2K Barbie head. So, really hoping to do that. So, the way you take their heads off is you'll put this in hot water and then just kind of pop her head off. Um, I am not 100% sure that I can mix the early 2000s, oh, I'm sorry, the early 2000s Barbie heads with the newer Barbie heads. I think they developed a new way of putting them on. So I'm gonna have to do some research into that, see if that's really possible. But definitely, blonde is gonna go. I am gonna have to get brown hair. That's long brown hair, kind of key. Um, Looking a little bit more at the doll options that there were. So this was the cheapest I could get right now. She was on sale and there was a coupon, and I was like, okay, yeah, I really want that. I want to like have Barbie me. It's very possible that we eventually get a different body to put my head on. Because she does have flat feet, which I'm not sure I'm the biggest fan of. Because like I would wear heels, I'd kind of like the classic Barbie point. Um, but I did see I think what, the deluxe Barbies? Yeah, I think it's the deluxe Barbies, so a little bit more pricey. Um, they're also jointed everywhere. The reason we picked her is because she's a made to move Barbie. So she has not only the main arm and hip joints, but her knees are jointed as well as her ankles, and her elbows are jointed. Man, your elbows are jointed. Would they move? There we go. Elbows are jointed as well as the hands and wrists. So that just really gives you a lot more posability in your dolls. That's why the made to moves are really big in the doll modding community. So we are looking at possibly making this my future Barbie doll body, which would be fun. The cat is just going absolutely crazy right now. She just did like a real, oh, here it comes again. Whoosh. Great, she's just doing very hyper running. Love that. She might hop up here. We'll have to see. I never know. Um, yeah, so that's who she is. So for modding my Barbie, whatever head I'm using, we are going to do a reroute of long brown hair. I'm going to have to get the hair. I have different tools I can use for rerouting. You can make your own poke tool just by cutting a needle and making a handle of some kind. Or you can also take a really long needle and just like kind of sew all the bits of hair in to the head that way. So I'm not sure what method I'm going to be using, but I'm going to have to get hair first. That is definitely on the wish list. We're going to take off factory paint with probably just nail polish remover that has acetone in it. I don't really feel like owning a bottle of pure acetone. That seems, I don't know, concerning. Cat. All right, well, you could see her, but she's not supposed to be on top of that. No, get down. Do not look at the top. You don't go up there. You don't go up there. Cat antics. Oh my gosh. She's cute, but she's not supposed to be on top of any of those things. And she was really looking to go to the top of the hutch, which she's not supposed to be on and is not stable enough to hold her. So that's great. Um, so I'm pretty much, I don't know, if you've seen any Barbie doll, what, redos? I can't think of words right now. We'll blame it on the fact I'm vaguely sick. They sometimes go for that really, really realistic look. I'm not going for a realistic look. That sounds I know I'm not good enough of an artist to do that. I am really going for like a very basic Barbie doll painted on face, but just like my eye color, my signature winged eyeliner for sure. And then I'm gonna have to figure out glasses. There's no way I could have it be a me doll without glasses, so that's kind of fun. Oh, her shorts are like, wow, look at how crazy her leg sockets are. They really made her to move, but that's nuts. Interesting. So we'll see if this is actually the body we end up using for forever. I'm thinking I get the head, I get the hair, the Mr. Super Clear, and then I also need high quality watercolor pencils to be able to sketch the face on. That's what you use for sketching it, for coloring the whole thing. So if I could get that stuff figured out, which is hopefully Christmas plans, ideally. I also don't have a Y2K Barbie head I could just pop off of a doll right now. So that's kind of important too. But here's an example of just how bad modern Barbie hair is right now. That's why I kind of started to get into rerouting. Can you see how like it's so choppy? It's so choppy, and there's pieces falling out of this all over me. So I don't know. I might look at getting a different doll so that way she has the pointed classic Barbie feet. I'm also really debating doing the like side-eye Barbie look. It's kind of tempting. It's fun. It's very like vintage callback. They didn't start doing the um, head-on Barbie eyes until the 70s. But like, I don't know. Here's a good example of some Barbie side-eye. I have one of the first parts of my collection, my 65th anniversary Barbie. And under these shades, she has a callback to that original Barbie look where she has her eyes over to the side. It wasn't until the 70s that they really decided to change that. They were kind of doing that like a little bit of a rebrand. They didn't feel like Barbie was as popular, so they're rebranding. That's also when they bring out the Malibu dolls who have a slightly more tan skin tone. And then they bring out, you know, all the like super fun clothes, very fun and exciting. Um, Stuff like that. I could put my phone on silent mode. So, yeah, this is one of the first dolls in my collection. I got her for, we did like a Christmas in July thing. Sorry, I feel like with my headset on and being sick, it just sounds really weird. It's hard to listen to myself. Um, so I started out with her, and I looked at the years of when I got her, and I think she's from like 24, so that's like last year. Um, so yeah, my dolls have been going up in um quantity a lot, just like a lot of a lot. I also got this cute little Barbie case that has like they call them the world's tiniest Barbies. I really wouldn't consider this little molded piece of plastic to count as a Barbie. I mean, it doesn't have any moving parts. Like, if it was going to be the tiniest Barbie, I'd say you would need arms to move, legs to move, head to twist. But, you know, sure, smallest Barbie. That's cute. So it has a little compartment in the box. And I have a tiny little Ken also. Also in swim clothes, which is cute. Of course, if you wanted to buy any more tiny Barbies for your tiny Barbie case, they also come with more Barbie cases. What are you going to do with all those? I do not know. But I think it looks really cute with our 65 Barbie holding it. She has her blue sunglasses, blue earrings to match. And I think, are your shoes blue? No, shoes are black. Sorry. Um, I love what they did with her hair, where they kind of paid homage to the original ponytail, but also let her have her hair down instead of doing a swoop ponytail. It ties into the vintage look, but isn't exactly tied to the vintage look. Can you tell I woke up like an hour ago? Her dress has that fun stripiness like that original swimsuit Barbie, which is super fun. It's big floofy ball gown, which always love a big floofy ball gown. I will say I was really disappointed when I took her out of her box. Her body is actually sculpted. Here, you can tell with her legs a little bit. So she is sculpted, posed. She is made to stand somewhere and look pretty, and her dress is not going to fit anybody else because it's made for her posed body, which stinks. I love putting clothes on other Barbies. That's what I've always done. I would get those like holiday Barbies, just immediately unbox it, take out the dress. So I had some that were like from like the 80s maybe, so really big hair. Doll gets pushed aside. The dress gets added into like the princess dress rotation. And then yeah, the dolls honestly kind of sit at the bottom of the Barbie bin, but it's fine. She has her cute little gloves. They do come off, which I like. We always love anything removable. Oh, and she has painted nails too. They did her nails in red. I think her toenails might be painted. We could take a look with her shoes here. The cat is here to scream at me some more. Hello. Don't jump up on top of that again. You could come and like sit on my lap if you're. Ugh. Cats. Cats, cats, cats. Yeah, her toenails are also painted. You can see the little peep of red. There you go. Okay, she's back on. I'm not sure these shoes fit any dolls either. Her feet do feel a little bit more sculpted as well, which kind of sucks. It would be really fun to dress her up and use her dress on other dolls, but they made her to sit on a shelf and look pretty. Which, as you will learn about me, is not something I like ever do with any of my dolls. I have, hi Navi, come up here, say hi, or not. Cats, they're fickle creatures. Um, I have one of my collectory Barbies here. She does have a counterpart in a box, but um, yeah, I know I will not keep dolls in boxes. I just don't care to. I don't know. I just don't want to keep dolls in boxes. I want them out. I want them free. Oh, this is considered a bad box, which I guess it is. It's not in great shape. It's a little dented, but it's in a box. That's something. So this is I believe she's in 1993. Am I right? No, 96. 1994. I had none of those numbers right. 1996 Barbie. As Rapunzel. So obviously this is well before our Barbie as Rapunzel movie. So it's her first iteration. She has that little teeny tiny waist, that classic twist and turn. I wanted her because I played this game as a kid growing up. Their little Barbie as Rapunzel Magic Fairy Tales CD-ROM game, which I believe is from '96. I have no idea how this is a game that ended up in my possession, but I have very fond memories of playing it as a kid. My husband got it for me and then created the magical computer allows you to play old games without killing you. Um, Computer magic. So that way I could play it again as an adult, which I love so much. So sweet of him. She is really pretty. Her dress has a lot of details. I don't know if you've looked at Barbie dresses recently. They do not have a lot of details. It's sad. I mean, I understand that like there have to be budget cuts somewhere, but she has so much detail. And then again, I don't know how much this doll might have cost, right? Like, she probably isn't like a $5 Barbie doll, right? I don't know if any of the dolls I don't know, should probably be comparable to like the historical figure dolls that I'll look at in just a second here. So like makes sense, but some of the dresses I've seen have been just printed, and I love all of the layers that we have. Her sleeves have something crunchy inside of them, so they hold their shape. She has gold netting on her sleeves. Very fun, shiny details. I love these Barbie colors so much. Little sleeve details here. Those like softer hues, very, again, Y2K Barbie girl. So those very like light Swan Lake pinks and blues and purples, the very like soft Barbie tones. You can really see um, later in the 2000s when Bratz dolls become competition for Barbie because it changes Barbie's face shape from very soft in the early 2000s. They have to go like full glam makeup. Her lips get bigger. Her clothes get like more mall fashionable. It's a really interesting thing to look at. And then in about the 2010s, she just becomes like a lot, just a lot. They go for really dark, not really dark colors. They go for like very bold colors. She gets some very bold um, pink, so much pink, so much metallic pink. There's sequins and metallics, and I don't know, I just like it's just a lot. They've really started toning it down since then, which I really appreciate because oh, my cat is on top of the refrigerator. I did not know she did that ever. Navi, give me so I don't have a spray bottle here, and I'm not jumping up to chase her. She's just sitting on top of the stuff. Oh my gosh. Come here, you. Show Dad your crimes. Navi. You know you're not supposed to be up there, right? Hey. Get down. I don't know what to do with that. That's, wow. Here. This is her just sitting on top of the can holders on top of the refrigerator. Looking very guilty. As she should. A little bit wide-eyed and alarmed. Not sure what we got going on in that little brain. Seriously, girlfriend. We're trying to talk about Barbie. What, what, what are you doing? All right, friends. We're going to take a quick break to knock the cat down and put her in a shirt as punishment and to calm her down. I'll be back in just a sec. Hang on, I'm going to type that in the chat. I don't know. Getting the cat, and I will be back in just a bit, I guess. Navi, there were viewers and they got bored while I chased you around the house. What do you think of that? Well, the cat has been captured and is wearing a very cute little dress to try to calm her down, slash as punishment, because she's not supposed to jump on top of the refrigerator. She's not supposed to jump on top of almost anything that isn't intended for cats. But apparently she does, and sometimes right in front of us. I love that. Say hi to the people, Navi. Hi. Yeah, what you think? I know, you're cute, aren't you? But not cute enough not to be punished for jumping on top of refrigerators. Alright, go on. Get down. Please be good. For the love of everything, be good. Ay, ay, ay. That cat, honestly. I do not know what to do with her. She's crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Alright. Um, so last year got 65th anniversary Barbie. And then we also got blind Barbie. Hang on, I have to fish her cane out of here. I know it's here. There we go. With her cane, which she can hold in either hand, it should be put on where the loops are on the outside of her hand. That way she's palming the handle of the cane. I'm not the biggest fan of her outfit. She's dressed up in it for video's sake, but I will definitely be changing her into something else. She is also, well, not fully articulated. Her elbows are articulated. And her elbows are articulated that way she can hold her cane in front of her properly. She has fun little sandals and purple clothes. Barbie did some research and set up her eyes so that way they were like this. I don't know what specific type of blindness that was, but they based it off of something. In particular, they did their research. I'm just not familiar with it. So, put it in the other hand here. So we have Blind Barbie. And yeah, I ended last July with two Barbies. Not last July, July 2024, with two dolls. I think I may have also had one or both of my Rapunzels at that time. But they're not, they're definitely more, I just like to look at this doll and less like Barbie dolls. um, and then I got, what, I guess, I don't know, I got money of some kind and immediately start spending my money, as one does. Um, Looks like around December we start getting money, according to my notes. So we have, oh, they have accessories, and I don't know where their accessories are. Okay, well, we have Madam C.J. Walker, one of the historical Barbies. She is also fully articulated. Actually, I'm not sure if her ankles are articulated. Based on how difficult this boot is, I'm gonna say no. No, ankles are not articulated. But she does have articulated hands, which is nice because she came with her little, I believe she comes with her little container of hair cream. I got both of the dolls at the same time. So if I'm keeping them straight in my brain, she has that little accessory. Her hair is super cute. We love the little braid. We love the curls at the back. They're soft. It's really nice. And we, of course, love the historical clothing. We have shoulder poofs, and it is a separate shirt and skirt. She has little boots. Love it. Super fun. Her eyes are also absolutely gorgeous. I don't know, her face mold is great. We love a good face mold. I have not done research into all of the different face molds just yet. There's a lot of them. All the different head shapes have names. I don't know, like they're all named. Like you'll have like Jenna or something is like the name of a face mold. So it's always really interesting, but I have not dived into that yet. I would assume since this is based off of a historical person Barbie, they've probably done a face mold just based off of that historical figure. So this one is Madam C.J. Walker, pretty in blue. And then we also have Ida B. Wells. Um, Outfit is gorgeous. Her rooted hair is pretty nice. I love how it has texture. We do love the textured hair. I will say, they were not nice to her hairline. I am not happy about her hairline. They were not kind. It doesn't go back. I'll let you see. I'll let you see. It doesn't go all the way back into her rooted hairline. So she just has this lighter edge along the outside or inside. I don't know. She has a lighter edge right here. I have looked at historical pictures of Ida that they would have been basing this off of, and her hair really does have um, a very squarish look coming from the sides. And I don't know how you would root that necessarily, but definitely I would have printed it all the way back into her actual rooted hairline because this does not look good. I'm not happy with it actually, and I didn't see any videos of like how to fix Ida's hairline. I don't know, maybe it just wasn't looking quite right, but poor Ida. They really were not nice with that hairline. Whenever I get some other um sorry, I'm seeing a message that needs pulled out. Um, Whenever I get into Barbie modification stuff, we are absolutely going to have to fix her hairline. I don't know how, because I don't want this hair to come out. I don't have a way to style or root hair that looks like this. But I think just these edges are going to have to come off and be redrawn on somehow in some much nicer way. It's not great. She does have a lovely historical dress. It's kind of a dark blue, almost black. It's very pretty. She has some black historical boots as well. And then both Madam C.J. Walker and Ida B. Wells are curvy Barbie dolls. So they're fun and cute. It took me forever to get any other curvy clothes, so they were just stuck in this, which I'm not a fan of. Or my like awful little hand sewn clothes made out of socks, which I'm also not fond of. Let me kill this random message here. I don't know what they have going on there. Is there a way to delete this? I don't see. Hmm. Okay, we'll stop monitoring the possible ban evader. Possible ban evader? I don't think I have anyone banned. I don't know. I'm new to this. I guess I will ignore that for now. I don't know. Also, hi! Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you want to say hi in the chat, I would love to hear from you. Be able to chat with you, answer questions, or we could both question everything. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. We are a little out of it today. Um, okay. Other dolls, other dolls. Okay, so I got my Barbie collection is really based off of like what I didn't have as a kid. Now it's not like I didn't have Barbies. I had Barbies. I've always been a Barbie girl. Love them. Um, but like I don't know, there were some dolls that were just either harder to find or just never made their way into our collection when we were little. So I was very excited to pick up a couple more children options for my dolls' families. We have a little boy. He is a Chelsea size boy. The girl version, the Barbie sister that's this age, is called Chelsea. I don't think they have named like her boy counterpart. Usually, I don't know, they had like Kelsey and Tommy, I believe. Not Kelsey, Kelly. We may have to go back to sleep. Um, but I don't know that I've heard like a name for the boy version of that. So, not sure, but really excited to have another character option for like Barbie families or Barbie orphans. That's sometimes how it goes. That's sometimes you're just playing as the kids and there are no parents, and that's somehow more fun. Not sure. But yeah, before we had a couple of the Kelly size, smaller dolls. They were from the 90s and they were blonde. Those were your kid options. That was it. We had one Chelsea size doll from the Sew and Style Sis collection that was made to like have better African American dolls. So they would have like the older doll and then like the younger doll. And we only had one of the Chelsea size dolls with a darker skin tone and long dark hair, but she was super pretty and was highly favored in our toy group. So we got him looking lovely. And then a um we also got Lagaya, who is gorgeous. Now I believe this is the size of one of Barbie's sisters. This would be, hang on, there's Stacy and Skipper. This would be a Stacy size doll. I don't know why they went with all S names for their older two girls. It drives me crazy. So this would be a Stacy size doll. She has flat feet, shiny silver shoes, fun sporty little outfit. Looking in like the Barbie fandom wiki, she is believed to be of Filipino descent, which is so cool. I love that for her. She comes with a little dog that's somewhere in my basket of Barbies over here. And then I believe she was from like, oh, I don't know what movie it was. They've done a lot of Barbie sister movies lately. They have a lot of Chelsea movies going on right now, and then they have a lot of babysitter episodes on Netflix, which I'm loving. I have not watched them. I haven't even like opened them up, but I love the concept because the concept has resulted in much better toys, which I love. Much easier access to like toddler sized dolls and baby sized dolls, which is, I don't know, just really exciting for me. Those are just ones that I didn't have as a kid, and I am very excited to like have the option of including in my families now. So she does have really basic articulation, just hips, shoulders. That's it. But um, yeah, she's cute. We have. Oh, I have dressed this Barbie up in something completely different in the course of my last video. Cool. Um, I do have one of the babysitter dolls. Hang on, I have a couple babysitter dolls. Um, I have a baby. Now, I have dressed the baby up in my own little homemade clothes. Um, they came just wearing like a bib and a little diaper, and I was like, no, we can't leave this baby in only a bib and a diaper. It's getting cold. I don't know. Okay, so like in literally in like September, early September, I had few enough dolls that they were all on display on my shelves, and I was dressing them all for fall and I thought that was super fun. And then over the course of September and October, I got so many more dolls that there is no possible way for them to all fit on my shelf anymore. So that's really fun. Hello, viewers. Say hi. So glad to have you. So we have a little baby. I made him a tiny little shirt. Some of the seams are on the wrong sides, but he's warm. And I made these the tiniest socks, guys. It's the tiniest little sock. It's so little. Ah. The way they had you make them is just stretching the fabric around the foot and then sewing it. Um, and then you would just flip it inside out. Flipping it inside out was not easy, but it does make these teeny, teeny, tiny little baby socks. And they're so cute. This baby does have a little messy face. It came with, I didn't end up grabbing it in all the stuff I was grabbing, all the accessory bits here. But they have like a little, you know, one of those little spongy brush things? Kind of like an eyeshadow brush, but like cheaper. Um, it has one of those for you to like wipe their face off with. Let me see if I could pull out any of the other accessories. So Barbie is currently doing a thing where they have divots on their surfaces. I'm sorry, you can't see that. Divots in their surfaces, like here and here. And then their smaller decorative items have like a snap piece. So that clicks into place. And I'm not entirely sure if I like it or not. I like what I grew up with. That's who I am. I like the little, like, I don't know, tiny little boxes and vases and things that you could set anywhere. But I also understand the extreme frustration of like tapping a table, tapping your house, and everything falling off. So, like, understandable. I get why we would want to add the little notches. Makes sense. Can't be too mad at that idea. Um, alright, I don't see any other accessories down in there right now. I think the baby might have come with like a cereal box or something. That'll block the entire baby if I stick it up there. The baby does not come by themselves. They come with their babysitter, who is a very cute little Danielle doll. So Danielle is pretty much like the black friend of, I believe, what would it be? Of Skipper. If this is a Stacy size, then that's a Skipper size. It's really hard to keep track of. Plus, Barbie's had a lot of sisters over the years. Don't ask me what happens to them. I don't know. So she has her super cute, bright, sunshiny dress with her yellow shoes and her yellow earrings and her cute little poof of hair. They did her edges so much better than Ida B. Wells. I am happy to report. She has very cute edges. She just has these cute, soft little waves. Very nice looking. Very much approved. Not a Ida B. Wells situation. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do for poor Ida. She is made to hold the baby. Come here, baby. Today. It's very cute. So that's something awesome that's come out of that Netflix Babysitters series. I have no idea if the series is good or not. I really need to put it on in the background sometime though and just like not watch it probably. Just so that way Netflix is like, getting some more numbers. Like, hey, this is really popular because I love the toys that are coming out from it. For real. Also loving smaller toddlers. Okay, so hang on. This is a Chelsea size doll, right? 7 or something. And this is a toddler. I love him so much. He's so cute. I am so excited about that. Because seriously, when I was little, my kid options were a Kelly size doll. That was it. That was it. No, we had one Chelsea size doll. And those are the options I had. And even if you had a baby, you just didn't have this like 2-year-old size. Well, Kelly might have been a 2-year-old size. She was called Barbie's baby sister. Um, Absolutely love this little kid. He is so freaking cute. He has a little table and a little chair and a little bowl with a spoon. All kinds of cute little accessories he came with. Love it. So cute. So excited to have more kid options. Like, if I'm gonna have Barbie families, which I did not always have Barbie families, I don't know. The range of like what kind of Barbie games we play uh, could be really all over the place. Just because that's who we are as people. Are we gonna play like fantasy school? Are we going to have princes and princesses and murders and overthrow a castle? Really couldn't tell you. Lots of like very chaotic games as a kid. But I love having the options just to have like to have a baby. That's fantastic. I like that. I like the option to have a toddler. Just I don't know. I guess that's really what we're into with our current Barbie collection is I just want like all the options. I have actually at least once played with my new Barbies. Um, so that's something. It's definitely trickier to do as an adult. I've done a lot of like dressing them up and changing their outfits, things like that, just for fun. And that's kind of, I compare it to like doing an adult coloring book. It's repetitive, it's creative, but not too broad. Um, and it's like nostalgic. So I don't know, it's fun. It's a nice, like relaxing thing to do. Love the tiny child. Okay. And our Danielle again. I did end up getting another Danielle doll. This one is Target Danielle. She comes with her little Target kit. I can show off to you, but they had the same hairstyle. They both had this singular poof, and I was able to grab two hair ties. She has so much hair because I was able to make it into two little pom-pom poofs, which are very cute. I love that. And now we can differentiate without looking at pierced ears or no pierced ears. Who's who. So far, I don't have any more of these girls. If I did, I think I might go ahead and figure out different clothes for them and give them away, donate them, something like that, resell. Just because I don't need every Barbie doll that I get. I get a lot of dolls. My updated my Christmas list is to be like all Barbie dolls, all of them ever. Because we love all the Barbies. I just want all of them, but I have also gotten like a large batch, a lot of Barbies, and I will not be keeping all of them. So I got to kind of like decide, okay, who are we holding on to? Who are we like fixing their hair and makeup and putting their head back on and sending back out into the world, stuff like that. Let me see who else I have. I have a cute little Chelsea with two little puffs, and she has a cute little dress and shoes. Adorable. Just again, just expanding the like diversity of options of dolls I have. You don't have to only have a blonde child, which we love. Hi. That's Elliot Gamer 3, my husband. You should absolutely give him a follow too. I'm not sure if he is still live at the moment, but he was just a bit ago. So, um, and I also got wheelchair Chelsea. Here she is. Wheelchair Chelsea? I love it. She has a wheelchair, obviously. I love that. She also came with a ramp. I'm not sure what the ramp could possibly go to. Maybe like into the dream house. But obviously, it's only one ramp. So if she could go into the dream house, she can't also come out of the dream house. Not sure. It's just gonna have to be a very magical ramp. Oh, thank you, Elliot. Just give yourself a shout out. Thank you, dear. So, wheelchair Chelsea here. Um, she's the only one of the Chelseas that has the knee joint. And that's because obviously she has to sit down properly in her wheelchair, so makes sense. Oh, it's your job as a mod to give yourself shout outs? It's not what happened when you shouted out your friend's channel last time, but okay. Mm-hmm. There's a clip on the wheelchair just to hold her in place. And then she has wheel locks, which I love. That way she just won't roll off of the surface you put her on. But I love that attention to detail that our wheels can get locked in place. And then there's also a wheel on the back here that can move from side to side as she turns, which is super cool. Her little foot brace is also movable. That's adjustable. It's very cute. I would love to have all of the different wheelchair Barbies. It looks like most of them, the prices are going up on them. They aren't still being made. So unfortunately, I'm not sure if that'll be happening or not, but I don't know, just adding a little bit more diversity into all of our different doll options. I also have my favorite birthday doll, um, Elite Gamer 3, who just popped in here, got her for me for my birthday, mostly because I begged. I was like, please, she's all I want. Um, I think she's the Barbie Deluxe. Yeah, Barbie Deluxe number 2. And she has this clear pink prosthetic leg. That's so fun. Love it so much. She has her cute little pink outfit. Her face is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know. I kind of love everything about her. I was obsessed with her. And I was like, please, I have to have her. She's super cute. Oh, I didn't even notice her like moves from side to side. I love that. Does this? No. So her prosthetic gets a little bit more jointed mobility. Like I was saying earlier when I was talking about the Made to Move doll and how I might be using a different body than this one for making my future Barbie self. The deluxe Barbies are also fully jointed. I don't know if their ankles are jointed on this one. I don't think they are. No, so her ankles aren't jointed. I think some of their new ones, they just released their new deluxe Barbies. So I think I mean, at least I just started seeing them in stores. You know, it's me. I like Barbies. Every once in a while, I just go and search through Target, Walmart, Amazon, whatever, and start looking at the dolls that there are. Um, but she does have those wrist joints that make her a bit more posable, and we love that. The elbows, the shoulders, the wrists. She has her clear plastic watch and clear purse that match her leg. And then she has this like little rose theme going on with her shirt and her shoes. And she's just freaking gorgeous. I can't say that enough. She is so pretty. Oh, I love her. She's just gorgeous. I don't know. Her hair is pretty. Her leg is pretty. Her makeup is pretty. She's just really pretty. Can you tell I was obsessed with her? Yeah, she's just gorgeous. Love her so much. She's been very fun to dress up in other cute outfits too, so. But that's the one she came with. It looks like all of their Barbie Deluxes are coming in pink. Their next ones, the ones that most recently came out, seem to be all wearing pink denim. So that's interesting. I would love to get my hands on them or on some pictures that I have permission to share in stream. Um, oh, lay her down real careful. But currently don't have any of that just yet. But oh my goodness, yeah, denim, denim, denim. I'm not sure what I think about the pink denim. It's first of all, it can't be real denim because it's on a Barbie. Like there's even with your thinnest denim, that's not really gonna work. So it's like denim printed cotton. But it's also pink. So I don't know. Hang on just a sec. I'm gonna take a sip. Ouch. There we go. Ah, love the sore throat. So fun. All right, well, I said I was going to show you Target Danielle's little Target accessories. She comes with this whole little set. There's also a bottle of nail polish in this set, and I just didn't dig that out of my bag of tiny things. It's around. It's somewhere. Well, here is Danielle again with her little Target uniform. The absolute bane of anyone who wants to pair khaki pants with any red top. It just instantly turns into a Target uniform. She has her little name tag on here. Little white trainers. Um, this size doll has flat feet, and I think her shoes fit what full-size flat-footed Barbies wear also, which is good. I know that Barbie movie made such a big deal out of flat feet, but like they're making dolls with flat feet like all the time. So I don't know. Okay, whatever. We have our little Target checkout. They have made several different checkout sets over, over all the decades of Barbie. This one, unfortunately, does not have a moving conveyor belt. They got cheap and lazy on this one. It has a little bar that moves the items across, which it works. It works. We stick our little lamp on here, lamp, and then we can slide it across and it'll fall off. That's something, but it's definitely not as cool as having a moving conveyor belt. I would prefer a moving conveyor belt. That just seems neat. Like I'd love to like twist a little knob and have it turn. But it works. It has a little lamp that it comes with. It has a little pillow. It's Target, your home goods store, I guess. I just dropped that pillow on the ground. It has a little reusable Target bag. And then it has a nice classic Target basket. It also comes with, not with a baby rattle, that came with our baby. Also comes with a potted plant, some bananas, cause I don't know, Target, that's what Target comes with. I think this tiny teddy bear came with it. I just dropped it on the floor and I'm not reaching down to get it just now. It did also come with that tiny little nail polish, and then it also has a necklace. So, super cute. Love it. It's a fun little set. I don't know, it's not my favorite of all sets ever, but it's pretty cute. What time is it? It's been about an hour. I am going to show off just like one more doll and then go ahead and get wrapped up because I think I need to eat some more food and get myself back into bed. I don't know, we're sick today. Um, so I put her hair up in a ponytail. It wasn't originally. You can see my little ponytail holder there. But this is also a 65th anniversary Barbie. This is just the more like basic version, which I appreciate that they made a more basic version that's playable. Um, she has a kind of a classic homage. I don't know. A little bit of a callback. Pink stripy dress with a fun vintage neckline and collar. I love her little earrings. She has these little bows. They're super cute. One thing to note with Barbie earrings is that they don't all come out that easy. This one does come out easy. Um, some earrings that they have little barbs on the inside. So if you tried to pull it out and like grab some pliers and pry it out of her ear, you could actually rip her ear, which we don't want to do. In that situation, here I'll show on this doll real quick. This isn't her original clothes, we dressed her up. She had the barbs on her earrings here. So I pulled it out as far as I could, and then I snipped it off, and it left not quite enough nub there to hold them in place. I mean, it's enough, but I'd like a little more. This is our tall Barbie. You can tell she's tall compared to this normal Barbie. So she's a little bit taller there. Stick them back to back, as they always have you do as kids, right? Stand back to back. We'll see how much you've grown. Yes, the 65th anniversary Barbie. She has some fun pink heels, little cute pink dress, kind of got that fun vintage vibe. I like her hair up in the ponytail. I think it's kind of cute. It kind of fits that like vintage vibe also. And I do really love her little earrings. They're so cute. I don't know. I like those. I'm working on also making my own Barbie earrings with like wire. You could do that with just, I don't know, you just put like a bead on wire. You're using a thicker wire, and then your end is just a piece that sticks straight into her ear. And I'm working on making some of those. I've done a couple necklaces. The necklaces are just wire. They have like little loops on each end and they're curved pieces that just kind of snap over their necks. It's been kind of fun messing with that. Hi! I was just starting to wrap up, love. It's so good to see you, Mina. This is a 65th anniversary Barbie. Look at her cute earrings. Tell me you don't love them. They're little bows and they're precious. Yeah, so she is super cute. Love her dress at least can be taken off. Yeah, they're tiny bows. These ones actually come out. Some of their earrings currently have barbs in them and do not come out that easily. So you have to be really careful when you're trying to pull them out. Yep, there you go. Little tiny bows. Yeah, so cute. I know, I love it. I don't know, they're just really cute. Um, so this Barbie is actually dress upable. The other 65th anniversary Barbie that they had, their like big one, um, while her clothes like can come off, um, at least that's something. But her body is sculpted, so you can like see here a little bit. Like her hips are shaped where one is higher than the other. She has her legs posed. So she unfortunately can't necessarily wear other clothes, but definitely you can't put her dress on anybody else. It just doesn't work size-wise, and it's so frustrating because of course we want to change her outfit all the time. I've messed up the stitches that are holding her glasses on. That's why they're wiggling around so much. I wonder if her earrings come out. They do! Cool. It's probably not good for me to find out, because now someone's going to end up wearing 65th anniversary Barbie's earrings, and then they'll just get lost. um, she has those classic Barbie side eyes too. They had those until the 70s when they kind of revamped Barbie. That's when they come out with Malibu Barbie, where she's a little bit more tan. But that's also when they change her eyes from a little sideways gaze. That's kind of, I don't know, fun. It's probably based off of the original doll that they based Barbie off of. And they switched them to the forward facing. That's kind of just a bit better for play. I'm debating when I make my own Barbie myself if I want to do the side gaze or if I want to do the like direct gaze. I don't know if I have. Here. I do have another dress I'll slide Barbie into here. This dress, oh my gosh, I love this dress so much. So it's just elastic. This is elastic, it stretches, and then it has a little skirt on the end of it. Um, it has, you can see our little seam up the back. I didn't make it. There's some boutique somewhere in, I don't know, I guess the St. Louis area who does them. I love it so much. Ah, okay, because it fits almost all the Barbies. So this is a tall Barbie. Not everything fits her, which is so much fun. Also, her feet are a different angle than our other Barbie's feet. They aren't quite flat. They aren't quite as pointed as a regular Barbie foot. They're just kind of annoying. When they first came out with their other Barbie body types, they did also make a shoe pack that was for tall Barbies and curvy Barbies. Granted, I have not seen it like since they actually came out with them for the first time. it would be really nice if they would make that again for us. Just, I never got it. And now that I have curvy Barbies and tall Barbies, I would really love to be able to dress them and like have more shoes. Shoes are important. Shoes make the outfit. Uh, they also like don't specify on doll boxes what size the dolls are, which is really interesting. Oops, we just tossed one of 65th anniversary Barbie's shoes on the floor. Yeah. Did you see the Barbie movie where they were talking about they had that whole like flat feet scene? Yeah, so they make dolls with flat feet. It's like a normal thing. Um, oh, we are really undoing the stitching that was holding her glasses up. There you go. I don't know if it's any easier to tell in this outfit, but you can really see her body is like sculpted. It's a very sculpted, posed. So this dress does fit her at least, and it looks cute with the gloves. Can't go wrong with that. It's kind of fun, but it doesn't, unfortunately, it just means the dress doesn't fit on everybody else because it's made sculpted. So like it's higher here than on her lower hip, and it just doesn't fit anybody else. So that's makes me sad. I like to take the clothes off of the expensive Barbies and then just not use the expensive Barbies and use the pretty clothes. Like I got those like 80s holiday dolls before with the big like giant 80s hair going on, and I was like, "Oh, that's nice. I don't want this doll." The pretty ball gown comes off the doll, goes into the princess rotation of clothes, and the doll goes into like the Barbie bin, which is fine. Um, Let me see who else I want to show off to you. I have to show off my favorite. I already showed her off in this stream, but Mina has got to see my favorite gorgeous girl. This is my birthday present because I was so freaking obsessed with her. Look how gorgeous her face is. Do you see? She's so freaking pretty. And then she has this clear pink prosthetic leg that matches her pink outfit and matches her pink watch and bag. And she's so freaking cute. Yeah, she's gorgeous. She is absolutely one of my favorites. Just because she's really pretty. I gotta love the pretty dolls. Um, Let me see who else we have. I touched on Target Barbie already in that little set. I do also have two other sets in here. Yes, the purse also matches. The purse and the watch are both the clear, same as her leg. And then she has like the rose on her shirt, matching the rose on her shoes. It is like a really mini skirt though. I have to be kind of careful when I'm posing her. It's a little bit tricky. Um, Let me show. I also have Kitty Kondo Barbie. Now her hair was not in a braid originally. It's just fun to braid their hair. And the current Barbie hair is like really choppy, so sometimes you just need to get it up and together. Oh, here's a Barbie with flat feet for you. Flat feet. Normal Barbie thing. That's just a normal thing that we do. Hi, nice to meet you. Sure. I'm absolutely, well, as long as my brain is functioning properly, I would say my English is pretty good. So hopefully that's helpful. It's so nice to see you. Thank you for hopping in. We are looking at my Barbie collection. So she has her bendable knees, so that way she could get down closer to the dolls. I am in Missouri in the United States of America, so like right smack in the middle of the states. Um, Let me get out my kitty condo and all of the cats for you guys. Hang on. All the cats are so small, and they're all in the bottom of this. But they're absolutely worth getting out because they're so freaking adorable. They're just so little. I love them. They are so tiny. Okay. So here is this doll in our little condo. And let me fill in all the little cats, and then I will tip my camera down so you guys can see. I mean, assuming I don't just start knocking cats onto the ground. It's not hard to do. All right, so this is, yeah, fair. And those were like the snap joints, probably, if that's what you're used to. These are an actual jointed joint, so a little bit different. Probably better long term, because those rubbery legs with the snap knees can get like sticky, which is gross. We have the little cat condo. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. Okay, so the bottom of this pink thing is shaped like a fish. And then their little house here with their little cat-shaped window is shaped like a can of tuna. I think I have to get some paint and paint it so that way the top of it is silver. It has a little pull tab. Um, it has a little, oh, it's got its little thing. It goes up and down. There's a little toys over here that spin. And then we have a removable cat toy so that way our little cat lady here can play with cats. This was not totally on my Barbie list, but honestly, I think my parents just thought they were being funny getting me the like crazy cat lady kit because I do kind of love my cat a lot. Oh, which Mina, y'all think this is fun. The cat, and if Elliot's back in the chat too, I don't know. The cat jumped on top of the refrigerator earlier. So that was exciting. She's not supposed to do that. This kit comes with a little ball of yarn. It's a little plastic ball of yarn. I'm sure though, if I left this on my floor, my cat would absolutely knock it around the floor and pick it up with her little mouth and carry it around everywhere. Because she does like to do that. And then it comes with all these teeny tiny little kittens. There's a little orange cat. And we have a little white cat. And these aren't too bad as far as Barbie cats go. Sometimes those Barbie animals are terrifying, and sometimes they're too realistic. These are like cartoony, but like acceptably cartoony. They are not too much. They do not have any rhinestones going on in their eyes. Oh, the rhinestones was another part of the 2010s that was just too much. Too much. And then these are just, they're so tiny. They have these absolutely teeny, teeny, tiny kittens. They're just so, so, so little. I can't. Ugh, they're so tiny. Like, here's a regular size Barbie, and here's how tiny the kittens are. They're so, 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 so little. Oh, they're adorable. This is the outfit she came in. Little dress with the paw prints, little light blue shoes for the flat feet. Her eyes are a really pretty shade of green. I kind of love her face. As I was saying earlier, I have not gone into like face molds, but I don't know, Barbie has like certain set face molds that they use, and they all have like different names. I don't know, I think it's one thing you can use to ID Barbies, but I have not gone into it yet. I do not know much of anything about it. It sounds cool. We're gonna have to look into it at some point. But you know, that kind of just tells you like how the eyes are, how the nose is, how the lips are, things like that. I know it looks so tiny on her shoulder. I know. If you thought bendable knees were great, here is probably my future Barbie body. Gonna get a different head for me. And then we do a hair reroot with long brown hair. And then redo the eyes with my greenish brownish eyes and my eyeliner. And then I have to figure out glasses, which is tricky. But looking at using this made to move body, so she has jointed shoulders, jointed elbows, assuming her elbows will turn again. There we go. Jointed elbows and jointed wrists. And then she has her hip joints, her knee joints, and ankle joints. So she is, I don't know, that's why she's a made to move Barbie. This one's a volleyball player. She comes with a little volleyball that can clip onto her finger so she can hold it. Very cool. I'm not 100% sure if this is definitely going to be future me or not because they have their new Barbie Deluxe dolls are also fully jointed and they have don't have flat feet. I don't think I'm a fan of the flat feet. Oh yeah, it will absolutely be mascot for streams. That's why I have to like do that. Like if I'm gonna make any custom dolls, I absolutely have to make a custom me, and then a custom me has to be fully jointed. So my plan is getting a Y2K Barbie head because that's like my Barbie. Um, and then I also have to get Mr. Super Clear spray, I have to get watercolor pencils, and I have to get hair. So I have a couple steps. I'm hoping Christmas helps with some of those steps. We're working on it. We're trying. We'll see what we could do. I'm not going for any hyper realistic looks on any dolls I might make, which is nice because yeah, just pretty much just going for a basic Barbie doll look, but just custom. Uh, I will have to show you now my favoriteest set in the entirety of the world. The one that I bought with all of my grown-up money. Now, as usual, chat, like we say, Christmas money, birthday money, grown-up money, you mean Barbie money. Yeah, that is what my money is. That is what my money is for. That's why we dream about monetizing the channel. People are like, oh, some extra money. And I'm like, Barbie money. Barbie money. Cause I don't know, that is what I would like to do with it. So I will say I eyed this set for the entirety of a year before it finally went on sale, and I caved to the sale. This is the Hatch and Gather Farm. um, it's just really neat. The doll who comes with it is genuinely super cute. I did not think that she was going to be this freaking cute, but I don't know if you can see her little freckles. Her freckles are adorable. The way they showed her hair on the box, they like had her hair like curled at the ends. It looked real bad. Her hair did not come like that. She looks adorable. She has a little chicken printed dress and some cute little farm boots, which I have to show off. So she also has flat feet. And I love the boots are sealed at the top here, but made so that way she could put them on. So her foot goes in, her heel slides down through this slit and then snaps into the boot, which I love. Love the little engineering things. Yeah, her freckles are too freaking perfect. She is so cute. Also, she is a petite Barbie, which means that she is shorter than your average Barbie. There's your average Barbie. She's a short little petite girl. So cute. Love it. Uh, so this set comes with a bunch of different accessories. I did not care about all of the different accessories. I had one accessory in mind, but we'll show them all off anyway. It has a little, oh, I forgot to bring the bucket over still. It has a little bucket you can hang on this hook. It has a little shovel we can hang up right here. It has a little baby cow. Very cute. We'll put the cow aside. I don't care about the cow. It has a little trough that we can hang over here on the other side of it. And we can fill that trough with food. I have some apples and I have some carrots. And we can put those in the trough. Very cute, very cute. The trough can come off also because it's going to get knocked off. And then it has a little bunny that can live underneath, and it has a little water thing for the bunny. Very cute. Very cute. That's fun. I did not care about the bunny. This is one of their Barbie dough creations, which are so fun. I have not gotten my hands on any of the Barbie dough dresses yet. I don't know if you've seen those in stores. They have like Play-Doh dress pieces, and you can like dress the doll up. This one comes with green dough and some white dough. And our green dough can go through the little grass maker here. So that way we can make some grass, scoop it off with our shovel, and then feed that to our cows. to the cow, to the, what else do we have? The rabbit can eat the grass. All those other animals that are not the reason I have this set. Honestly, I don't think I even knew about the Barbie dough when I was really eyeing this set. Um, Most of the other features have been like a little cool, I don't know what word, I don't know, just little fun side effect. So yeah, little grass maker. We do like doing that kind of thing with Play-Doh. It's always a fun concept. I am gonna slip this down here to get it set up for us. Um, this. Oop, there goes my shovel. It's fine. There's a bunch of Barbie things on the floor now because I've just been dropping them today and not going to get them. Let me get my camera proper adjusted here for you. And we can set our other chicken up here. Hello, chicken. There you go. The reason that I was obsessed with the concept of this kit is because our chicken can go "Burger, burger." I'm sorry, I can't help but make the chicken noises. They're too funny to me. Burger, burger. We can lay a whole little tray of eggs. So the little chicken, like you push her little head down and she nods forward and she lays an egg and then it rolls down the thing. And then there's 6 little eggs. 6 little eggs in our egg tray. Oh my gosh, I am obsessed. I love it so much. They get reloaded by going in this tube right up here that blends really well with the farm. We just fill that full of our tiny eggs. And then when you push down on the chicken, it rolls down the little chute. I love it so much. One of the other fun bonuses was that this is called a hatch and gather farm. That's your gather part. You can gather your eggs, but you can also hatch the eggs using our other little container of Barbie dough here and our other chicken. So you'll notice we have our little incubator light here, and we have a couple divots in the hay for our eggs to go. But not these eggs that our chicken just laid. We are going to use eggs with chicks in them. So if we lift up our little brown hen here, she has a little egg-shaped hole in the bottom of her. And if we fill it with a little bit of that Barbie dough, Play dough, whatever you want to call it, get a little bit of that in there. We can then take one of these teeny tiny little yellow chicks, put it on its little stand in the nest, put the mama chicken on top, and squish it in, and lift it up, and then scrape off the excess, and now there is a chick inside of an egg to put under the incubator. And oops, her little feet are still sticking out. Sometimes you gotta squish it around. It's fine. It don't matter. Little egg to put under the incubator, and we can now hatch our chicken from that. That's so freaking cute. I would have been obsessed with this as a kid. Just obsessed. I don't know. My mom would not have let me play with this, like in the regular play area where there was carpet. So I don't know how that would have gone. Because, the Play-Doh stuff would absolutely make a mess somehow. I would find a way of making a mess, even if, there wasn't theoretically a way of making a mess. I'm gonna put a little bit of dough around this chick and see if that helps. Doop, doop, doop. And our little chicken goes on top again. We go, whoop. And we have another beautiful little chicken egg to go under the incubator. And then we can hatch our little eggs too, of course. You could, technically, you could probably wait until it's dry. It's not a good plan because then you're out of dough, but you can crack your tiny little chicks back out of their little eggshells. And then you have a bunch of little baby chicks. There's, what, 6 chicks? Yep, 6 little chicks. And you can put them all inside of eggs and put them all under the incubator. And it is so cute. But I am like 100% the chicken laying eggs is what got me. I can't help it. I like cute little mechanics. I have always liked cute little mechanics. I don't know. It's just the kind of thing I really enjoy. And it's so cute. Oh, make sure we clean up all the little bits of Play-Doh before we put it all away. So this is definitely one of the bigger items in my collection. I was like, I'm not gonna get things that big. Blah, blah, blah. And then I just couldn't freaking resist. Oh, go on down the rest of the way. There you go. The incubator light, I know, isn't it cute? It's the chicken laying the eggs for me though. I love it so much. And now I'm eyeing a set that has a little watering can. The rest of the set I don't care about. I only care about this watering can. But when you tip the watering can, a little piece of clear water-shaped plastic comes out the tip of it, so it looks like there's water coming out of the watering can. And I really love that. Like, I found it in the store and you could like kind of see it, and I'm just standing there like tipping the whole box, going like, oh. It's one of those things that you get like fixated on, and your brain's just like, surely this'll fix me. Like, it won't. I know it won't. I know this isn't going to be some kind of a magical cure-all or something, but I feel like I'd be a lot happier if I had a tiny plastic watering can that had water come out of it. I am a bit happier with my chicken. I mean, do I look ridiculous? Absolutely, but it's too freaking cute. I love it. I love it so much. She laid the eggs. Oh, she's so cute. So freaking cute. This definitely not one to have around little kids. For sure, the pieces are so small. Those eggs are tiny, the chicks are tiny. A baby will eat them. They can and they will. So that's unfortunate. Same with the little kittens. They can and will eat those. I know Elliot and I have a niece that is 1 year old, and we are looking forward to playing Barbies with her at some point. Honestly, it's just gonna be nice having a kid over and actually having toys a kid can play with. Because the last couple times kids have come over to our place, we're just kind of like, ha, there's magnets on the refrigerator. Ah, so that'll be good. Because again, all my Barbies are meant to be played with, except for like a couple that are, well, there's one in the box. This Barbie Rapunzel is in the box, and she's gonna stay in the box. But there's one out of the box, so we're flexible. One in the box, one out of the box. The one in the box can stay in the box because one is out of the box. That makes sense. Um, and then like the words. Oh, my Barbie movie dolls. So I have not been able to get their hair brushed out yet. I'm really hoping to show them on stream next week. Expect it to be long, but wow. Yeah, yeah. So this is the 94 Barbie as Rapunzel. And I have her because of my Barbie as Rapunzel game that I played as a kid. And she's wearing the same outfit. I didn't know there was a doll until I was an adult. Love her. But yeah, she does have a lot of hair. It's down to the ground. So, no, I had this game as a little kid. Elliot, actually, Elliot Gamer 3, my awesome husband, got the game for me and set up the computer so I was able to play it again, which is so sweet. Would love to be able to play it on stream someday. That would definitely be a figuring it out with him thing. So, you know, Nothing I can initiate. I'll have to be like, excuse me, my dear. Uh, okay, can't show naked Barbies on stream, so gonna like cover this girl up. This is the dress that came with Tall Barbie. It's a pain in the butt, I gotta say. This dress is so bad. So it just has two little slip-on sleeves, but as you're sliding her into the dress, her arms are so long. Listen, I got long arms too, girl, but like mine aren't 100% stiff. So like the dress is like at her waist, tight around her hips, and that's the point where we have to start inserting her hands. It is not great. Also, her dress is not that cute. I don't know. I think some people like it. I don't really like it. It's really pale. Her lips were pale too. This is my first little Barbie repaint. I couldn't stand how her lipstick looked, and we did a repaint of her lips. It's not great at all. It's using craft acrylic paint, which we learned at TwitchCon is really different from model acrylic paint. Yeah, there's a little dress on her. It's a lot. So her lips were like light colored, like the same as this dress. If you look, you can see my paint lines with my teeth and my lips. But we did her lips in a darker color because, I don't know, I wasn't a fan of how pale it looked. It just looked awkward, you know? And then she has blue eyeliner, blue eyeshadow, and blue shoes. And she's lost her earrings, so that's cool. We'll find it. No worries. Yeah. So that's kind of the first half of my Barbie collection, which sounds really crazy because we just looked at, hang on. Let me count the first segment of this doll collection because I know it's like a lot of dolls. But like how many is it? And it should be really bad if this is one of the smaller segments of my Barbie collecting experience. You pretty girl. The baby. The baby. We love a baby. Very excited to finally have a baby in my collection. And we dropped the wheelchair, Chelsea. That's fine. She survived. We're good. Oh my goodness, there are a lot of dolls right here. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sorry, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and the baby makes 17. 17 dolls. And this is really truly like the first chunk of my collection. This is only not last July, July 2024 through like maybe this year, February. Like really, really, really small time span. uh, wow, 17? Yeah. So many. There's definitely not another gigantic collection sitting over there that need introduction as well. So this is like my first collection. This is like in September, the beginning of September, I had all my dolls on my little like tiered shelf I made out of cardboard, and I was dressing them up for winter. It's why the baby has this little DIY shirt because he only had a bib and a diaper, and I was like, the baby will be cold. Also, the teeny tiny socks are so great. Hey, come here, teeny tiny sock. Teeny tiny socks. Love it. You just stretch the fabric around the foot and then stitch it real close to the foot, and then you have to flip them inside out so the seam's on the inside. They're super cute. Yeah, no, we have more dolls than that by a lot. because I then inherited some, um, and then I don't know, inherited doesn't quite sound right, but it's kind of the right concept. I got my sister-in-law's doll collection. Their mom was like, "Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be playing with this anymore, realistically." And like the youngest hasn't been interested in Barbies at all yet, so she probably won't be interested. And I'm like, mother-in-law, like if she's interested in Barbie dolls at any point, I obviously have a very solid collection of playable dolls. So like she expresses any interest, say the word. Say the word and I will show up with all the dolls. Like, duh. So we got a bunch of those. And then I also bought a giant lot of Barbie dolls. Like 40 of them. So I have not gone through those and decided who I'm keeping and who I'm getting rid of. That's going to be important. Because I'm not keeping all of the like 40 dolls that I just got secondhand. It was just a really good deal. And I was like, yep, buy that, take my money. Like, absolutely. Can't, yeah, I could not buy that many dolls at that good a price. So, got those. Some of them, we have a couple of heads that have fallen off. We have some hair that needs redone. And we have some face marker stains that need removed. So we're going to fix them up. And then we're going to like probably sell the ones that we don't want. Because I don't need like hundreds of Barbie dolls. I don't. I don't. I don't. Mm-mm. We do not need hundreds of Barbie dolls. We need a reasonable quantity of Barbie dolls and a large diversity of Barbie dolls. But like, yeah. No, it's I really started with two dolls and then like I think also my Rapunzel, but she wasn't like out. She was like gonna be part of like my gaming setup because it's part of my nostalgic gamer identity. And then yeah, we just bought a lot at Christmas. We got a lot and bought a lot at my birthday, and then just went up and up and up. Um, my husband's been lovely and patient about this very quickly growing doll collection. So we appreciate him for that. Cause yeah, it's been pretty crazy. You thought the baby was cute. I want to show you my toddler also. If I can take him out of this pile again. Where'd you go, little boy? Alright, I don't know if he's gonna let me take him out. That's fair enough. Oh my goodness, yeah, I do have some progression photos. I was taking pictures like every doll I got, and then the numbers went up really fast. The numbers went up really fast, really suddenly, which I love. I'm here for that. It's very exciting. I also like with doing streaming now. I can like, I know I couldn't find him in the box. He is on the floor. With streaming, I can like get dolls that I don't intend to keep. I can showcase them, and then we can like let them go if they're really not something I'm like wanting. Um, Looking through the Barbiepedia website has been awesome for like figuring out dolls that I want and like dolls that I have or have had before or like I don't know, any ones that like my sisters and I had when we were little. I have screenshots of those, and then I screenshotted any dolls that I'm like, oh, I want this doll, things like that. That's been fun. Super smart from a business standpoint. Yeah, yeah, not collecting billions of Barbie dolls. It's smart from a marriage standpoint. It's smart from a marriage standpoint. My husband will not be super happy if I have a lot of dolls. I'm also glad I have like the perspective of like, I don't need all of my dolls on display. Eventually, everybody ends up in a Barbie bin. I will be displaying my Barbie movie Barbies because they make me so freaking happy. But like most of my dolls, ultimately, the life of a doll is either being sorted in piles on the floor or living in the Barbie bin. And it's just the way that like a doll life should be. So, I don't know. I at least don't need that much shelf space. I just need like bin space. Um, Yeah, I would love to figure out customizing and fixing Barbies for others. Just like putting heads back on and stuff. Sounds really fun. I don't know, it's a fun chance to like see a bunch of different dolls for one thing, and then to keep them from being trashed is cool. I'm going to show off the tiny toddler. Look at this! Look at this child! He's great. I love him. Not a Kelly. This is a newer doll in between your Chelsea size and your baby, and I'm obsessed. Thank you to the Netflix show Skipper Babysitter because they've made more diverse children more easily available to me, the consumer. And I love that. I need all of the options. I need all the options. It is a tiny Ken, but like an extra tiny Ken. Here's your less tiny Ken. They used to name their characters. This is a Chelsea sized doll. Like their Kelly sized doll had a male counterpart name. Like they were, I think Tommy's. There was Kelly and there was Tommy. And then like I don't know. So looking through Barbiepedia, they gave a lot of Barbies a lot of names. They'd be like, "This is Kelly's friend, Jemiah. This is Kelly's friend April. This is Kelly." Like I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's too many names." And now they're just like Chelsea and friends, and I'm like, understandable. You had a lot of names going on. Like I don't know. I don't know if like every single dark brown haired, brown skinned doll all had like the same name because they've done that kind of thing before. Like Teresa has traditionally been Barbie's Hispanic friend. So like when they make Hispanic dolls, they make them Teresa, which is cool. One of the cool Barbie sets I'm eyeing has a color changing turkey. But it's from a Cooking with Teresa set, and it also has tamales, which is so cute. Also, tamales are good. I've had those before. Um, yeah, making so many dolls. Yeah, they've made a lot of dolls. They were naming them all different things for a while. I think that's kind of crazy. I think it makes sense to have a Kelly and a Tommy kind of situation. Like, this is what this size of doll is called, and this is the girl version, no matter what hair or skin color we do, and this is the boy version, no matter what hair or skin color we do. Just because saying this is a boy Chelsea is like a little weird, but the same concept as like a Barbie and a Ken. It's just kind of like a identifier. So in this set of Barbies, I did not have any Kens. I have definitely started acquiring them because they're so important, and they made some really fun ones. Oh, they have some black Kens with molded braids. Love it. Love the braids. We love the natural hair on our dolls. It's so important. Like we love our Danielle's cute little puffs. They're textured. There's so much hair that this is actually one of these puffs, like this, split into two, and there's still enough hair. It's crazy. Um, they've done some really awesome, fun stuff. I am loving the Fashionistas line most of all, just because they really are working to include a lot more diversity. They're doing their different body types, they are working on different hair types and different skin tones and different skin conditions. And just like a lot of other really cool details and disabilities. The Down syndrome dolls are so on my list. There's two of them, and I need both of them naturally. Um, I don't know. That's like sounds slightly weird. I have always been interested in disabled Barbie dolls. I don't know. I didn't ever get any wheelchair Barbie dolls, but they had like one out when I was a kid that was from like the 90s. They had like one character who was a wheelchair Barbie doll. I would have loved her. I made my own. I made my own disabled Barbie dolls back in the day. Like it's so nice to have a Barbie with an actual prosthetic leg because I just took a really gorgeous Barbie doll and I sawed her arm off. And then I painted her arm so it looks slightly different than her exact skin tone so it could work as a prosthetic and then you could like kind of reattach it. Barbie doll is absolutely gorgeous even without her arm. like without half of her arm. She's a model to this day, and I'm pretty sure she's the kind of model like very like Marilyn Monroe. Like you could put her in a potato sack and she's gonna look gorgeous. So that was fun. But I am that person, the one who is hacking up the Barbie dolls. Yeah, there was not a lot of disabled Barbies, but I always wanted them. I don't know. I was always like, oh, this will be cool. I know, slightly weird, but I don't know. We're just trying to get like all the diversity. Like, I want every single type of Barbie. In like early 2000s, you definitely had a lot more of your like basic blonde Barbie, and I do not care for basic blonde Barbie very much. That is, I have one. I This is like pretty much my main basic blonde Barbie that's in my collection. Um, and most of my other dolls aren't. The only reason I have this doll recently is because she has the body type that I want. We're taking her head off, so, and then doing brown hair. I don't know. I've just not. I also just didn't like blondes when I was little. I don't know. Listen, I read a bunch of books and they were always like, "Oh my gosh, and here's the villain of the series, the popular blonde-haired, blue-eyed person." And I was like, "Ugh, a villainous trait." I was a weird kid. I don't know. I I read a bunch of books where like the underdog is like the hero and their nemesis is like the blonde popular person. Think like Harry Potter and Draco, right? Like I don't know. I just read enough of them that I was just like, okay, we do not like the blonde hair. So I've just never been big on it. But we do like the different face shapes that we're getting. We like the different eye styles that we're getting. We like the different body types that we're getting. I don't have anything wrong with like blonde haired dolls. I just don't want the world's most basic default Barbie doll. Like I do not need default Barbie doll. I need every other option. I don't know. That's our collecting goal. I need everything I didn't have as a kid. As a kid, we didn't even have a baby for years. We didn't have a baby. So you couldn't have a baby because there was no baby. We had a couple of the Chelsea size dolls, and we had a couple of blonde, crazy looking Kellys, like big pigtails and big poof pigtails. And they just look they look like feral children. So those are the options. You want to have a kid? Great, your kid is feral. Not ideal. Not ideal. Not a big fan of that. Like now I can have a toddler. Now I can have a son who isn't a grown man that looks exactly the same age as me. That's great. I love that. We're just here for the possibilities of it all, for sure. And I mean, that's a very like Barbie sentiment too. Like all the different possibilities, all the different options is like very OG Barbie sentimentality. And we're very into that. I want all the options. I want all the diversity. I want all the skin tones. I want all of the different like I don't know, different heritages. Like I need everybody. And I need all of everybody. And I need all the different ages and I don't know. I just need all the dolls. I do wish they would redo their like grandparent dolls. That would be really exciting because they've only done those like once, maybe twice. I think just the once in their Happy Family series in the 90s. I think the other dolls I'm thinking of are in the Mexican Barbie doll series because Barbie Wikipedia doesn't necessarily distinguish those a ton. Yeah, it's also so important for the kids getting Barbies too, for them to understand and see diversity, age groups, etc. Absolutely. See, I want to like come up with like kind of backstories for the dolls. I don't know, it sounds fun to me. Like I want to make names for some of them. Definitely, if I got all the wheelchair Barbies, I want them to have different levels of needing a wheelchair. Like this person is completely paralyzed. We're gonna make like the chart that you can look at to be able to communicate and like the blower so you can move your own wheelchair. Very cool. But like over here, this is Michaela, and Michaela doesn't always need her wheelchair. Sometimes she can stand and walk and do things, but sometimes it's too much and she needs to sit. That's just how people's bodies work. Like and like everything in between. I love that. I don't know. Yes, I know they're doing so many good stuff, good things. Their fashionistas line is exciting. There's so much going on with it. They also have different guy body types, which is really fun. Instead of the basic kin, there's also a slim, and I think they do have a curvy. I don't think I've even seen a curvy online, but I think it's supposed to exist, and that sounds cool. I want the old people. I can definitely do, I don't know, I'm thinking about doing my own if I get into doll modifications, because I could do gray hair or bits of gray in the hair, and then add like a couple of wrinkles. But realistically, you're just gonna have like, we're just gonna have to go for the like black don't crack and just be like, well, this is a grandma now. Does she look like a grandma? No, but she is. That's just how that works. That's pretty much your best option at the moment. Unless you get the grandparent dolls, which are rare. But on my list, they're on my list. Right? See, you know what's up? Yeah, I basically, yeah, until you get to that point where everything goes downhill, the Asian and black dolls could definitely pass off as grandparents. Perfectly fine with a little bit of chalk in their hair. Until, like, I don't know, you suddenly reach that point where you, like, double over and walk with a stick. I do not know how that works, but it's crazy. Obviously, I don't know, better genetics than the white people who be looking like 70 at 30 years old. So that's uh yeah. So we collecting. That is that's the start of the collection. I'm not even sure collection is the right word because it's absolutely a hoard at the same time. And I feel like Barbie collector makes people think of like, all my dolls are in pristine condition and are sitting on my shelves like this, like, ooh, oh, all of that. Like, girl, these are for playing with. I babysat semi recently a younger girl, and I was like, hey, you got plans for what we're doing when we play? Because I have Barbies. Can I bring my Barbies? And she's very excited. I brought all the dolls. It was an overwhelming quantity of dolls. She spent like a couple of hours sorting them all into families. And then as I'm getting some of the dolls dressed, she gave them backstories. And then we ended up playing with like two of the families of dolls because it was an insane quantity of dolls to actually be playing with. But like, true to my word, really truly, these are meant to be played with. Um, they've always been meant to be played with. That's why if we ever get a look at my childhood collection, the dolls look the way they do. I believe they're for playing. Um, I think my biggest like update as an adult is that like you should close the Velcro on the clothes so that way the clothes last a lot longer. That's about as picky as I get. Like all the Barbies live in the Barbie bin. It is the way. But I do think that probably closing the Velcro will make clothes last like years longer without it catching on everything. It tears stuff up. That's how we absolutely lost stuff. Yeah, protect the seams. Yeah. hmm Yeah. That's what kills the clothes, I think. Um, so I'm gonna be real protective of my like OG Barbie movie dresses, but ultimately it's the way things are. We do need more fashion packs. That's a rant for another day. I'm too sick to start getting into like total rants. Like, I need more princess clothes. I need more princess clothes. I don't know what they're doing. Why do I not have like regal blue ball gowns? Get it together. Get it together. If we could tell Mattel anything, it's probably just gonna be I need more timeless clothes. And you should invest in ball gowns and princess dresses. Like like just that. That's that's definitely good for you. You don't even have to have a whole movie to come out with them. Just like make more princess dresses. You know what's up? See? See? More princess dresses. We all need princess dresses. I need a princess dress to be able to change into for like every single like possible scenario. They don't currently have just standalone princess dresses, which is so frustrating. So frustrating. We're not a fan. Oh, other Barbie World update. I'm chatting with a couple friends in more local to me area, and I was able to score a game already. We are planning to play a murder mystery game, but instead of acting the parts, we're gonna use dolls. We're gonna see how that goes. I'm like excited about it and also nervous. These things are so freaking detailed. Oh my gosh. Like, ugh, there's so much. But I mean, it sounds like a lot more bearable to play it with a doll. And the dolls have so much more clothes options than I do. I am not going to be able to dress up in like I can't play Sugar St. Clair. Think Marilyn Monroe with beautiful blonde-haired beauty with loads of lipstick, tight-fitting 1940s style waitress dress, and a shoulder bag with dance shoes inside. Girl, I'm not doing that. How I do not have thousands of dollars to spend on this, thank you. But like I could probably pull it off in miniature or at least get close enough or at least be able to like pick the doll that has like the right face shape we're going for and hair color, and that feels like something. Um so I like that concept. And it just brings the scale of the game from like really big to like a bit smaller. This one goes like up to 13 people, and we will not be playing with 13 people. No, I would rather throw up. Um, you can at least play it with what, one, two, three, four. There's like four or five that you have to do it with, and I'd rather stick to like maybe like six characters, which makes the murder easier to solve. Sounds good to me. I never solve these things. The host instructions is a whole freaking packet. That's a terrifying concept. I also do get to make a corpse though, so I'm excited about that. One of my dolls has to be a corpse. It recommends just using like pillows and towels and fake blood, but we're absolutely gonna have like a Barbie doll corpse because why not? I have the dolls. I guess we're supposed to cover them with a cloth still because we don't know exactly where the wound is. So I can't get too into detail with that, but it'd be fun. I would absolutely be game to build more detailed Barbie corpses. I don't know. It's a fun concept. I will see if I just decide that I'm like reading the entirety of the thing so I can make the best setup for it, but I don't know. That is on the agenda as a future girls' night. This was like $5. So, well, the whole box thing was like $5. Fantastic. They were like, oh, it's missing some name tags. And I'm like, I am playing this with Barbie dolls. We do not need name tags. So, that should be fun. Should be cool, right? Yeah, it was a great deal. It wasn't far away. Snagged that. Definitely have all the dolls we could possibly need. Have a couple people interested. So, I don't know. We'll do that. Weather in Missouri sucks. So, we will be doing that probably in the spring after all the snow wraps up because you can't plan anything like with long distance driving um, in between like November, December, and like February, March even, because you never know what the weather is going to do. It's just going to be like, oh, it's the world's worst ice storm. Have fun. Like, I'm not messing with that. Uh, it's not worth it. So, sometime in the spring, that's what we're thinking. It should be fun and cool and exciting, mildly terrifying, but like, that's a fun new concept we're playing with. So, if we give it a run through and it turns out well that way, I don't know. I don't know if we'd like stream it another time or something. I don't know if I'm comfortable like playing dolls on a live stream. That's like so awkward. But I mean, it's just as awkward as acting, realistically. It's basically just this becomes the vessel for your acting. You still do stuff with your face. It's because their face don't move. That's how that works. I don't know. I think it'll be fun. It'll be exciting. If it doesn't go well, maybe we just play dolls. Who knows? Who knows? I do not know how it's gonna go. Um, I am going to go ahead and wrap up. It's time for me to get a little bit more food and get back into bed, see if we can get this cold out of the way. I'm going to have to go into work tomorrow. I realize that all of the Halloween decorations are still up, and I can't just be out sick with Halloween decorations in my office. So we're at least going for a part day tomorrow. Should be fun. Yeah, it should be fun to play with all the Barbies. It should be exciting. Um, Definitely my dream for Barbies is having like a giant Barbie house at my home and a bunch of furniture and just inviting the girls over, just being like, you had a rough week. Do you need to come and set up the Barbie house? Because setting up a dollhouse feels so good. It feels so good. It feels good. Again, it's the same thing as dressing your dolls up, being like adult coloring pages. Like it's nostalgic, it's repetitive, it's creative, but not too creative. Like you only have so many pieces of furniture. You don't have the whole world in front of you. So that's fun and cool. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Alright, I will go ahead and head out before I continue tangenting upon tangenting upon tangenting because we know I will. And then hopefully next time we will have more of our dolls put together all the way and not be sick. So that way I can show off the next part of my collection, my next phase. Um, I do not have plans for phases after like, I don't know, 3 to 4 more streams, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out and it should be fun. All right, take care. See you around. I'm gonna switch my camera and we'll find somebody to raid. I'm pretty sure Elliot Gamer 3 is still streaming, so we'll probably just go raid him. Thank you so much.